Hey everybody, Stevie T here. There's some construction in the background. Hopefully you can hear me, and hopefully the wind isn't making too much noise. I wanted to do a tarot card reading today on the subject. The subject is the Venus transit, which is, or actually, Venus going direct on June 27th, which is in 2 days from now. Today is June 25th. So, Venus going direct. Well, it's been in retrograde, and astrologically, that means that pretty much everything Venus stands for, which is our values and our self-worth, and relationships, and our ability to make money and our resources, has been in retrograde, or shall we say, going backwards in orbit from our position here, looking up at the sky from Earth. And what that does is, for the very, very Venusian ruled peoples like Taurus and Libra, which I'm actually both. I am a Taurus sun and a Libra rising. And in general, though, Venus going retrograde kind of brings us back to looking at our past relationships and seeing how we did not get what we wanted. And a better way to explain that to be is, how did my needs not get fulfilled in past relationships, and how can I fix that in the future? So in the future, meaning when Venus goes direct, which is in 2 days. And so it was a good time to just kind of look at new sources of resources, and look back on our relationships and find where things were good and we want to move forward and keep those types of things in our energy, and where things were not so good or our needs were not met and we want to change that and look for those better things in the future. So it's not a bad thing that it's going direct, it's a good thing. And so I'm going to pull one OSHO Zen Tarot card, and this is going to be the thing to chew on. That's that. And I also want to throw in, you know how I like to do it, I like to throw in some angel messages. So I'm going to Doreen Virtue Angel cards here. Oh, that one right there. You know what, let's have 2 loving messages. Okay, and then I'm also going to pick, this is gemstone deck card with angels, so there's affirmations on it too. So I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to pick one that's not facing me, because some of these are facing. There we go. So that's the gemstone that we should have, and the affirmation that we can tell ourselves for this new exciting Venus going direct. Okay, so here is the message from Osho. Osho, what do you have to say? Suppression. Dun dun dun. Now this card can be taken very many ways. I would like to start off by saying, closely look at the picture. This person is tied up in ropes, and their head is down, like they're just sad or just frustrated. And up above them is the clouds, but the clouds are dark. It's a dark sky, and all you see around this person is cracks. And when this person is to represent them kind of like being inside a volcano, and this is the magma, the lava that's rushing up, and then the cracks are forming and it's ready to burst. And since this is about the Venus turning direct, I'm going to take it in a way of relationships, and in a way of self-love, and in a way of your resources and what your values are, okay? And then I'm going to give the advice from this card that it's time to let out everything that you're suppressing, because if you don't, the only option is for everything to blow up, and for you to possibly treat others in a way that you don't mean to treat them, but you are just so frustrated on these certain aspects or ideas of what Venus is, which is the planet of love. And so it's time to really express yourself and express your needs and wants, and to go after them. If you do not, you do have the high probability of unhappily creating a world for yourself and others with your explosion of emotions if you're keeping your needs and wants suppressed, and your values, if you're not living by your values and you're suppressing how you know your values ought to be for you personally, it's going to explode and you're going to make yourself and others very unhappy. And it's unhealthy. It's an unhealthy way to deal with such a situation. And suppression in general is a very unhealthy way to deal with life. So don't suppress and don't be repressed. And you remember that you have the power to undo that. It just takes choices, and if you feel that far down the scale of emotions, 1 through 10, with 10 being, 10 being, well, with 1 being joy and peace and love being like 1, 2, 3, and 10 being like depression and guilt and dread, then just reach for like the best feeling you can find and then stay there. And then once you get that one, reach for a better feeling and stay there and work your way up the emotional scale. Okay? Because if you do it all at once, you're gonna end up super frustrated. You could even end up like giving yourself a mental breakdown. You know, I like to kind of say dramatically that if you go through the emotional scale from unhappiness and all those emotions tied with unhappiness all the way to the exalted state of love and joy and peace and everything like that, you will end up in a mental institution. And that's just the dramatic way I like to say that. Here's a message. From Archangel Michael, crystal clear intentions. See, this ties in well with the suppression card because you need to have crystal clear intentions on how to move forward if you are feeling suppressed, or in the past you used to suppress things and now you've decided that you're not going to, on the matter of what Venus means as an archetype and as the astrological planet and the planet in our solar system. Be clear about what you desire, which is Venus. Venus is all about desires. And focus upon it with unwavering faith. And faith has to do with values. So that ties in very well. Very, very, very well. So have crystal clear intentions about how you wish to move forward. The stone that you should be carrying with you, I like this idea. Snowflake obsidian. Are you afraid of the dark or the unknown? Which is why you might be suppressed, because this person's not very happy and he does not look very unafraid. Do you feel vulnerable? This person feels vulnerable, is tied up in ropes. There is always darkness within light. Darkness accentuates brightness to clearly see situations in people and circumstances. Embrace the darkness to enhance the clarity in your life. And as I said in the last reading I had about the Pluto-Uranus square, definitely know that darkness is only the absence of light. So shine your light in your own life from the inside out. That is how it works. And snowflake obsidian is a very grounding stone, which is pretty cool. But it's also uplifting because it has quartz inside, and just black obsidian itself would be pretty heavy for some people. And the snowflake obsidian is very good. It's also, I like to think of it as like an ascension stone because it pretty much lifts depression and soothes, and it clarifies, and it transmutes energies. And the affirmation on the back of this card is, I courageously see through the darkness of adversity to make positive changes that light up my life. I know there is light at the end of the tunnel. I see myself, situations, and others clearly, crystal clearly, with my own intentions, and participate in the transformation of negative to positive, which, that transmutes negative energy into positive energy. So if you can find a tumble of this at your local store, metaphysical store, crystal store, wherever you go, you can go to rocksandreiki.com, my friend's shop. It's excellent. She might have something for you. I have a snowflake obsidian palm stone that I like, and I use this in my practice as a Reiki practitioner. This message is all is well. So if you're feeling like this person, or that you need to change the suppressed things you might have suppressed in the past, have and set crystal clear intentions, and know that all is well from Archangel Jeremiel. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. So there you have it. The message is very, very clear. Be yourself, live your truth, and that's all you can do. And that's all you can ask yourself to do, is to live proactively. So take some proactive action and enjoy Venus going direct. Wishing you all the best. Namaste.